In our last episode, we wrapped up season 4. White Sox finished 71-91, made great strides. Jack Caglione won the Rookie of the Year for the American League. And the Yankees made a brilliant comeback in the World Series, down 3-1, win the last 3 games, win the World Series. So now we're here to advance to the offseason. Let's take a look at the retired players first. Garrett Cole retires. Wow, okay. Javi Baez retires. Yu Darvish. See if there's anybody else down here in the free agents. Brandon Belt, finally. Mike Clevenger. CJ Cron. Wow. Jeter Downs, Hunter Dozier. Nathan Eovaldi. Got a few guys in here. Paul Goldschmidt finally retires. Sonny Gray. Don't see anybody else down here. Craig Kimbrell. John Lester. No, third base. It's not the pitcher. Okay. Starling Marte. Let's see if anybody else down here. Don't see anybody. Carlos Santana, I guess. Anybody else? Nope, that's it. Okay. And nobody's inducted into the Hall of Fame. So we have no exclusive free agents. We don't have any coaches that retired. We have all 6 of them in the last year of their contract. So we're going to have to find a whole new coaching staff next season. Okay, we had to release several players because we were sitting at 98 players. Plus there was 3 undrafted free agents that I wanted to add to the roster. So we're saying goodbye to Tim Elko. Enjoyed watching him play in the minors, but he's never going to make it to the majors. Luis Toribio, give him a chance to go play somewhere else. He is a C potential, but he's got younger guys behind them that need a place to play, and he doesn't need to be clogging up the depth charts. Got rid of a starting pitcher. We actually drafted Alejandro Valentin, but he's a C potential, low 60s. Released a bunch of relievers: Edgar Navarro, Gil Luna Jr., Tuki Toussaint, Andrew Bellotti, he's regressing way too much, and Trey Mago. And we have offered these 3 undrafted free agents: Alton Ciccone, 22-year-old, 61 overall, left-handed reliever, D potential. He's borderline starting pitcher. Aaron Webster, 21-year-old, D potential, right fielder, great hit skills, doesn't have any power. He's kind of a leadoff guy, and I'm sure our AA team would appreciate having a pretty decent leadoff guy. You can always just play DH down there. And then Doug Floyd, this A potential, 18-year-old first baseman, 56 overall. Can also play left field. Not great defensively, doesn't have much speed, but he's got a bat that can definitely improve. So we'll put him down in the minors as well and keep developing. He may end up being moved to left field, but he's going to develop down in the minor leagues either way. Sean Quinones, Alvin Maddox, both added to the 40-man. Dexter Watley added to the 40-man. Garrett Lewis and Sam Zavala added to the 40-man. It's a very good chance Zavala goes to AAA. And also a very good chance that Garrett Lewis, Dexter Watley, and one of Sean Quinones or Alvin Maddox, or both, start the year in the major leagues with the White Sox. So we may have a very big rookie class for the Sox this year. And I'm ready for some of these guys to come up and play. Their overall ratings are very close to what some of the other guys are. So we'll just go from there. Get all of our arbitration offered, all of our contracts tendered, and I will see you at the draft lottery. And after that, the Rule 5 draft, and that should wrap up our off-season, and we can head straight into spring training. And we're going to make our very last trade of the franchise. We are trading off this 24-year-old B potential 65 starting pitcher Dale Rios, as well as Shane Drohan, 29 years old. He's a C potential. He's going to the Cubs, and we're going to get this 20-year-old first baseman, A potential, Alan Gage, great hit skills. Power's a little bit behind his contact, but he's got great vision discipline, excellent clutch, really good contact, strong arm. He can play first base or right field. And again, he's only 20 years old. And we're going to go make this deal. This is our last trade. We're going to get Cubs top first base prospect, Alan Gage. And we get our first big signing of the offseason, Logan Gilbert, 9 years, $254 million going to the Diamondbacks. Wow. And Luis Robert, however you want to say his name, goes to the Marlins, 6 years, $136 million, so we don't have to face him. Remember, he hit a home run off us when we played that game at Oakland. And then Adley Rutschman goes to the Reds, 6 years, $162 million. Looks like he was injured last year. And that was a pretty big first day of free agency. All three guys that we tried to sign as undrafted free agents came to the team. So that gives us 92. So now we can add one more guy to the roster and to the 40-man roster as well. So we have at least one guy that we're going to pick in the Rule 5 draft for sure. And Sandy Alcantara signs a 6-year deal with the Guardians for $139.8 million. Joan Duran goes to the Braves to be their closer, 5 years, $57.5 million. And we actually have room on the 40-man, so I would rather not lose Gerald Perez, I guess, at this point. So we'll add him to the 40-man for now. He's only 23, so it's not like we're adding a 30-year-old. And Griffin Jax goes to the Yankees, 4 years, $39 million to be their closer. And Geraldo Perdomo goes to the Yankees, 5 years, $106 million. Not sure what they're going to do with Bo Bichette. Not sure if he's still on the team or not. And then Alex Manoah goes to the Guardians, 4 years, $45.6 million. And Shane McClanahan, one of my favorite pitchers, goes to the Braves, 7 years, $189 million. Bailey Oberg goes to the Padres, 2 years, $31.4 million. And Jordan Hicks goes to the Astros, 5 years, $31.5 million. Brendan Donovan to the Angels, 4 years, $30 million. Brent Rooker to the Yankees, 4 years, $76 million. And it is draft lottery day. You can see Colorado, worst team in the league last year, 49-113. Blue Jays, 53-109. I saw why they signed Perdomo, because Bo Bichette is a free agent. Giants, third worst record with 96 losses. And we are fourth, Cardinals fifth, even though we had the same record. So let's see if we go up, we go down, we stay the same. Sim the draft lottery and see how we turn out. And we stay at number 4. Toronto moves up one spot. The Rockies drop one. Everybody else stays in their normal position. So we'll have a top 5 pick again for the 5th straight draft. Hopefully this will be the last time we pick that high. And I'm pretty sure this year there'll be like multiple generational talents and we'll just miss out on them because we couldn't have those when we had the first overall pick. So anyway, it is what it is, and we will be picking 4th next year's draft. Luis Garcia signs with the Mets, 5 years, $56.5 million. And it is Rule 5 draft day, so let's hop in here and see if we can find at least one player that we're interested in. It could be 2, we'll see. We have too many first basemen and probably not enough starting pitchers, so we'll just see what's available. I'm not interested in drafting a starting pitcher in this draft, be more likely a reliever, but we'll see what happens as we start the draft. All right, we're picking 4th, so let's see what Colorado, Toronto, and the Giants do. Riley Thompson goes to the Rockies, our turn. Let's see. Don't see anything here. "30-year-old B potential 79, Bo Brisky. Definitely interested in that. We'll come back and see what else there is. Don't see closer there. No catchers. Not interested in Gavin Sheets. I'd like to have Trey Morgan, but not at the major league level. Bubba Thompson can't hit. All right, so yeah, we're going to take Bo Brisky. And he may even be our closer. Let's look and see what he's done. Up and down all over the place. But I do like his numbers, especially that 81 home runs per 9, 81 hits per 9. So yeah, welcome to the team, Bo Brisky. And Bo Brisky would be the only Rule 5 player that we added. Let's go look at our roster now. We're up to 93 guys now. And he comes in as our top relief pitcher here. 70 clutch may put him in the closer role over Jared Kelly, but that doesn't mean anything's wrong with Kelly. You may just put him in to the setup middle relief role instead. But yeah, Bo Brisky, bringing him in. Can't pass up a 79 overall B potential guy. No quirks, but hey, if nothing else, we have another good setup, man. Brandon Marsh goes to the Rockies, 5 years, $72.5 million. Ozzie Albies to the Brewers, 6 years, $54.6 million. Luis Rengifo goes to the Reds, 4 years, $17 million. Leody Tavares goes to the Twins, 5 years, $52 million. Victor Robles to the Pirates, 4 years, $49 million. Matt Vierling to the Rangers, 3 years, $24.9 million. My youngest son played high school baseball against him. And it is opening day for spring training. We've made it through the offseason. Traded starting pitcher Dale Rios and Shane Drohan to the Cubs for first base right fielder Alan Gage. I'm excited about Gage. It's our last trade that we can make. And here he is again. Age 20, 68 overall, A potential. Excellent contact, vision, discipline, clutch, durability. He's got an arm to play the outfield. Speed's a little on the suspect side, and so is his power, but he should be a welcome addition. With trying to get as many guys as we can that can get on base, but the power will develop. He's only 20 years old, so if it takes him a couple more years to be ready to come to the majors, by then Villa will be up in the majors. Gage can play some first base, outfield. Villa can play first base, second base, outfield. And then we have these guys down here cooking even lower in the minors. It seems like every spring training we play our first game against the Cubs and Shoto Imanaga, so we're going to skip this game and jump to game number 3 versus Seattle. I'm not going to show full games in the spring. I want to highlight the upcoming large rookie class that we'll have on the Major League roster. Guys like Alvin Maddox, Luis Quinones, Garrett Lewis, Dexter Watley, and Samuel Zavala. So enjoy the action from these guys through the spring, and we'll hop through this pretty quickly and get us ready for opening day. I believe we take on the Twins this year, and we'll enjoy seeing these guys make their way into the majors, and hopefully that influx of youth will give us a nice jolt on the offensive side and get this team over 500 in season 5. And here we are, spring training game number 3, Mariners against the White Sox. Going to be highlighting 3 rookies today: Sean Quinones, Dexter Watley, and Sam Zavala. First up is going to be Sean Quinones, who's batting leadoff here. Seattle did not score in the top half of the first, so facing Brian Wu of the Mariners. 3-2 pitch is going to be a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Quinones, so fails in his first attempt. Now we're going to jump ahead to the second inning. 2 outs already, still a scoreless game. Dexter Watley's first AB. Wu's 3-2 pitch. It's going to be a fly ball into center field. Julio Rodriguez drifting back to the track in front of the wall, and he's got it for the 3rd out. Dexter thought he got that one. Fell just short. We're still scoreless through 2. Now we're going to hop to the bottom of the 3rd. We got 1 on, nobody out. Sam Zavala's up. De La Rosa led off with a walk. 1-2 pitch from Wu is on the way. And Zavala swings and misses and strikes out for the first out of the inning. Sox would not score that half inning. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 4th. George Kirby up. Seattle put up 3 runs in the last inning. Trevor Larnach hit a 2-run shot, added 1 after that. Quinones back up, and he's going to hit a fly ball into right. And that's going to be taken in by Stone Garrett for the first out. Anthony popped out. That brought up Caglione, and Jack hits a smash to deep center field. Rodriguez back to the wall. Leaps, and he can't get it, and it's gone.
You can put it on the board, yes!
So the Sox get on the board. Jack goes 421 to dead center. Makes this a 2-run game. We saw a lot of that last year as he was the American League Rookie of the Year. And see what pitching this year does to positively or negatively affect his hitting. Hopefully doesn't affect it at all. Now we hop ahead to the bottom of the 5th. Game is still 3-1 Seattle. Davis Martin's on the mound. Dexter Watley's going to be leading off for the Sox. You can see he flew out in the second inning. First round pick from last year. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a fly ball into center field. Not nearly as deep as last time, and Rodriguez will have this as well for the first out. After Jeremy De La Rosa singled to center field. Sam Zavala steps in now with 1 on and 1 out. Still a 3-1 game. Seattle up. Here's Martin's 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be a smash in the left, and that's going to drop in front of the left fielder, so the Sox are going to have 2 men on with 1 out. Tying runs on. Edgar Carroll would walk to load the bases. Quinones comes up now and hits a line drive into left field, and here's the catch, the throw home, and he's out for the double play, so not deep enough. Hard line drive to left, and Seattle dodges a bullet, gets the double play to end the inning, and it's still 3-1 Mariners after 5. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Monty's up now, nobody on and 2 out, and he's going to hit a shot to left field. It's a Oppo Taco, boys.
You can put it on the board, yes!
No doubt, home run makes this 3-2. It's the Sox clawing their way back on solo homers by Jack and Monty. Hope to see a lot more of that this year with those 2 guys. And that would be the only run of the inning. So now we head to the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. De La Rosa up, and he's going to hit a shot to right field, and that one's gone.
You can put it on the board, yes!
So just like that, 3 solo homers. Caglione, Montgomery, and De La Rosa, and we have a tie ball game. So the rookies aren't doing much. A couple of singles, that's it. But the veterans are showing the way here with 3 solo homers to get this game tied. Now we head to the bottom of the 8th. We got 1 out. Roman Anthony's due up, and Alvin Maddox is going to pinch hit for him, so it'll be our first chance to get a look at him against Major League caliber pitching. Colin Snyder on the mound for the Mariners. They scored 2 runs last inning, so they're back up 5-3. Here's the pitch, and Maddox is going to hit a pop foul behind home plate, so we're not going to get to see much of this at-bat. Rally settles under that, and that's the 2nd out. Here we are in the 9th. Got men at the corners, 2 outs. Zavala up. He's the go-ahead run. And he's going to hit a ground ball to first. And that's going to be the game as the Mariners hang on to win this game 5-3. Sox had their chances, couldn't get it done. Vargas with the win. Jabot blew the game in the 8th inning. Santos gets the save. Take a look at this box score. See, Larnach with the 2-run homer. Alberto Rodriguez drives in 2 with a double. Everybody pitches exceedingly well for them. On our side, only had 5 hits. 3 of those were solo homers. Can't do much on offense when you're only doing solo homers. Cavalli gives up 2, Jabot gives up 2, and the Sox drop game 3 of the spring, 5-3. And the very next day against the Arizona Diamondbacks, White Sox win 4-3. Sean Quinones, 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBI. Alvin Maddox, pinch hit 2-run homer. So all of our runs came on the rookies' 2-run homers. Jack throws 3 shutout innings, and the Sox get the win, 2 late runs. And the Sox would lose to the Rangers 6-3, but Dexter Watley gets his first home run of the spring, a 3-run shot to provide all of our runs in the 7th inning. And we're going to hop into this game against the Giants and player lock with Dexter Watley against Kyle Harrison, since Watley has really good power and really good contact against left-handed pitchers. So let's see how he does against a big-time strikeout guy. And we get our first player lock look at Dexter Watley. Giants and Sox playing today. Sox over 500. Dexter Watley going to come up now. Colson Montgomery leads off the bottom of the 2nd with a double. Neither team scored in the 1st. Kyle Harrison, strikeout lefty on the mound. See Watley hitting .324 in spring so far. 1-1 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. Runner's going to come around 3rd. Throw's going to be late. And the Sox take the lead 1-0. So Dexter Watley, RBI single, gives the Sox the early lead. Way to go, Dexter. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Jack would give up a bases loaded single, give up the lead. And now we head to the top of the 5th. Dexter Watley leading off. Patrick Sandoval on the mound for the Giants. And we see Dexter, RBI singles, driven in the only run of the day so far for Chicago. Got nobody on. 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be high for ball 4. So Watley's going to be on 2nd time this game, trying to get another rally going. He would get erased on a double play, and Medrano came in, and he and Patino could not do anything. As you see, they gave up an 8 spot. Now we hop to the top of the 7th. Colson Montgomery leading off. And he's going to get pinch hit for, so that'll bring up Dexter Watley. And he's going to get pinch hit for as well. So his day is done. And that's all we get to see of Dexter Watley. The Giants were poured on, scoring 2 more runs in the 8th. And that's it as the Sox get a solo homer by Pinckney in the 9th, but it's not enough as they lose 12-2. Harrison with the win, Caglione with the loss. Let's check out this box score. Sox scattered 6 hits, only struck out 7 times, so you got to like that. Saw the Pinckney pinch hit home run there. Caglione pitched okay, but Medrano McLean did not get anybody out. The 2 of them gave up 8 runs in the 5th inning, and that was the difference in the game. Over here on the San Francisco side, 16 hits for them. Kyle Harrison gives up a run. Rest of the bullpen does a stellar job except for Quijada, and the Giants win in a blowout. And now we're going to player lock with Sean Quinones, our first round pick from 2025. And let's get a look at him in action. Here we are, Sox taking on the Padres. Both teams under 500. This will be our look at Sean Quinones on a player lock. Here he is leading off, top of the first, facing Max Fried. And Fried's 2-1 pitch. It's going to be a shot into right field, and it's going to be a base hit. So Quinones, you can see him, first time him getting a hit and getting on base. Leadoff man on. Now we move ahead. We got men at the corners and 1 out. Colson Montgomery is going to hit a ground ball to second, and it's booted. Could have been a double play, and that's going to bring in Quinones for the first run of the game. Now we hop ahead to the top of the second. Edgar Caro leading off for the Sox, and he hits a solo homer to make it 2-0. Martinez would ground out, and that'd bring us back to Sean Quinones. Man, we're focusing on today. Got to hit his first time. So we got nobody on, 1 out. Fried's 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a shot into right field, and that's another base hit for Quinones, his second of the day, second in 2 innings. Roman Anthony would follow that with a double to drive him in and make it 3-0 White Sox. We head to the 4th inning. Tatis would make it a 3-1 with a double, and Quinones is going to hit a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman's going to have that, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Sox would fail to score that inning. We hop to the 7th inning after Martinez grounds out. Quinones is due up, and Ryan Ward's going to pinch hit for him, so that's it for Quinones. Ward would single. Brito would pinch hit for Anthony. Zavala then would pinch hit for Jack and get a double. De La Rosa with a double. Sox would put up 2 to make it 5-1 after 7. And Garrett Lewis would come in here in the bottom of the 7th. Our first look at him. His first batter is Manny Machado. Nobody on. 3-1 pitch. It's going to be a base hit right up the middle through his legs. So San Diego is going to get the leadoff man on here in the 7th. Next up, Bo Bichette. Padres just acquired him as a free agent. And he's going to hit a pop-up in the infield. It's going to be a foul ball. Edgar Caro is going to settle under that and have that for the first out. In comes Yohan Moncada, another free agent signing. And he's going to hit a shot into left center field. It's going to get down. De La Rosa is going to cut that off. Keep the runner from scoring. They're going to have men at first and third now with 1 out. That's going to bring up pinch hitter Jake Cronenworth. Tough situation here for Lewis. Got to get out of this jam. 2 on, 1 out. 2-2 pitch to Cronenworth. And it's a nasty changeup and gets him way out in front and strikes him out. So the runners do not move up. That's very important. Now another pinch hitter, Terso Ornelas. Men at the corner still, 2 outs now. Lewis trying to get out of this jam. And it's going to be a fly ball into right field. Zavala's going to race in, and he's going to have that thigh high. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So Sox dodge a bullet, and they would hang on to win the game. Although both teams would score runs late. Sox win this game 6-3. Take a look at the box score. Quinones 2 hits, 2 runs scored. Monty drives in a run. De La Rosa drives in a run. Rocha with 2 hits. Davy Garcia, 4 solid innings. Outside of Jabot, everybody in the bullpen pitched great. San Diego, 2 hits from Kurtz, 2 hits from Tatis, 2 from Bichette. And their pitching was a little hit or miss. But the Sox win 6-3. And we're going to do one last player lock. This is Alvin Maddox. Haven't seen much of him in the spring. See him facing a lefty as Nick Lodolo is going to be on the mound for the Reds. Maddox is going to be second base, especially against lefties. Quinones leads off with a walk. That'll bring in Maddox for his first AB. When Maddox plays second base, we're going to shift Quinones over to third base. Art Roach is going to go to first. So here we are. Maddox, see, under 200, struggling in the spring just a little bit. Got one on, nobody out, 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a smash into right field for a base hit. Quinones is going to stay at second base, so they got 2 on now to start the first, nobody out. Gotta love these contact guys at the top of the order. See the replay, just takes that sinker and drives it into right field. Nice hitting. That'll bring up Roman Anthony. 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the first. And he's going to hit a little flare over the third base shortstop hole, and that's going to get a run as Quinones is going to round third and make it. Better throw would have had him. Sox jump on a early 1-0 lead here. Now you head to the top of the second. Martinez single, couple of strikeouts after that. It's going to bring Maddox back up with 1 on and 2 out. Lodolo still on the mound. His 2-1 pitch is on the way. And that's a strike and a throw down, and Martinez is out by a mile, so we don't get to see Maddox bat this inning as the caught stealing will end it. We go now to the top of the third inning. Maddox back up. He was up when Martinez was out stealing. And he's going to hit a ground ball to third. Cam Collier knocks it down, flips to first. And what a stretch by the first baseman, and they get him. Nice play on both ends by the Reds. Now we hop to the top of the fifth. Martinez pops out. Zavala singles. Quinones strikes out. Maddox back up with 1 on and 2 out. Facing Rhett Lauder this time. Lauder's 1-2 pitch. And it's strike 3 up and in. That'll be the third out of the inning as the Sox are still clinging to a 1-0 lead. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bases are loaded, and Hagen Smith can't get anybody out. He gives up a grand slam to Alejandro Kirk, and all of a sudden it goes from 1-0 to down 5-1. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the seventh. We got 2 men on, 2 men out, and Maddox is going to get pinch hit for, so he's done for the day, so we're done watching him. Brito would walk. Groshans would come in and pinch hit, and he would make the third out, and the Sox tying run at the plate. Nothing happens. We did get a run later on another Pinckney pinch hit home run. Reds win 5-2. Let's take a look at this box score. White Sox scattered 9 hits, struck out 13 times. Got to cut that down. There's Pinckney's home run. Caglione pitched great. Hagen Smith, all 5 runs allowed, and that was the difference in the game. Hop over to the Cincinnati side. See a grand slam by Alejandro Kirk. Lodolo didn't pitch bad, but 1 bad inning did us in as the Sox lose. And what do you know? The White Sox, with all of that youth in their lineup over the spring, finished with a 500 record, scored 123 runs, only allowed 110. And you got to love that. Let's go take a look at the stats on the spring. Edgar Caro led the team, tied with Dexter Watley with 24 hits, 289. Tied with Colson Montgomery with 6 home runs. Led the team with 16 RBI, mostly hitting at the bottom of the order too. So I think he's clearly taking over the catching job. Dexter Watley did just enough for me to say, yep, you're going to be at the major league level, going to play some DH, maybe play a little bit of left field, but not a lot. Art Rocha looks like he's going to be playing some first base and third base. Monty, back to his old self. Look at this, though. He scored 9 runs, and 6 of those 9 runs he drove himself in, so it didn't have much help behind him. Samuel Zavala is going to start this season in the majors with the White Sox, be another MLB debut. Lead at 14 runs driven in, so he's excellent defense. He'll be a better center fielder whenever we move Roman Anthony to right field on certain days, and that'll leave De La Rosa for left field as well. Speaking of De La Rosa, not bad. Could have been better, but, you know, we wanted to see the young players. Ryan Ward's trying to stay relevant on this roster. He may still get some ABs against right-hand pitching at first base. Martinez is our utility guy. Quinones, even though he hit 207, scored 12 runs, has great contact and vision, and he will definitely be on the opening day roster. He's going to play second. He's going to play third, so he's going to bounce back and forth. Alvin Maddox is definitely on the roster as well. We're going full bore with all of our young players. Maddox, great clutch hitter too. Only says 53 on his clutch rating, but a lot of big hits, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 6 stolen base. Jack had a little bit of a rough season, but he spent a lot of the time pitching, so it's kind of taken away his focus. Roman Anthony, we just got to get him straightened out again in spring. And the rest of these guys, we'll figure out who's going to make the team, who's not going to make the team. None of them are going to be starters this season. They all serve their purpose to get us to all of these young players. Let's go over to the pitching side. Hagen Smith led innings pitched, 2.41 ERA. He had one really bad appearance, giving up 4 runs, didn't get anybody out, and that kind of screwed up his ERA. It was below 1 at that point. But he had more strikeouts than innings pitched. Medrano, his ERA is inflated. Some of that's going to be from when these starting pitchers come in the middle of a game and throw 1 inning and get lit up for 1 inning, as opposed to when they start and throw 3, 4, 5 innings. Garcia pitched great. Cavalli did not do great. Jack, got to get those walks down, but other than that, I'm happy with that. Chase Chaney, still keeping his name in the mix there for the number 5. And McLean, he's that 16 walks is alarming, but he's still going to be a man either for rotation in a 5 spot or long relief role. He may even start the season in AAA and see how Jack does in the 5, and maybe we bring one of these 2 guys back up. We'll just kind of see. On the relieving side, Garrett Lewis, draft pick of ours, pitched absolutely awesome. 19 strikeouts and 18 innings, a 2 ERA, whip below 1. He is definitely in the bullpen. Kolek probably going back to be closer, although we also have Jose Hernandez, who has one of the highest clutch ratings in the bullpen. He may start as closer, might do a closer by committee and just see who takes over and runs with it. We brought in Bo Brisky as a Rule 5 player, did not pitch exceedingly well, so he'll probably not close and just be one of our middle relief pitchers. But you got to love the effort these guys put in. We had a lot of wins in the last 2 weeks after having a lot of losses up here, so getting hot right before the season starts. So I can't wait to get this season underway. And we still have several other players, the McCann brothers and some other hitters down in the minors. We'll just leave them down there, let them keep cooking, and maybe they'll help us next year. But we are done with the offseason and the spring, and it's time to head to opening day for 2028 and see if this team can get over the 500 mark and compete for a wild card at the bare minimum. And we'll just see how that goes. So, again, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell, and please come back for the next episode, which will be opening day with all of these young players. I cannot wait, and I hope you feel the same way. And I'll see you next time on the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise.